Welcome back to the part 3 of mutual fund analysis. This is the final part where we will discuss the hidden factors which will decide whether your investment will grow smoother or it will turn into a wilder ride. Stay till end because I'm going to reveal one question even pro investors get wrong. And if you know the answer, you will be ahead of 90% of the investors. Today's coverage is how to use risk ratio for safer and smarter selection. What is portfolio composition and how it matters to you. And the single most important mistake which all the investors do but nobody will tell you. Answer drops right at the end. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the button now so you never miss financial shortcuts like this. And let's get started. In part 1, we have learned basic filters like NAV, AMC, expense ratio. In part 2, we have discussed category, plan, AUM, alpha. But none of this matters unless you master today's topic, risk and what's inside your fund. First filter is risk rating. Every mutual fund is tagged as low, medium or high risk. Matching risk to your comfort is 10x more important than chasing higher returns. If it is a low risk mutual fund, you will get low returns, but there will be peace of mind. If it is tagged as medium risk, there will be balanced growth. If it is tagged as high risk, it is very likely that you will get the huge returns, but there are high risk involved. So your primary criteria to select any mutual fund is to select risk as per your comfort zone. Then you should focus on the returns. Next filter is standard deviation. SD measures how funds returns fluctuate around its average return. Like how far pendulum swings around its center. Higher SD means more unpredictable ups and downs. Let's understand SD with an example. Suppose a fund has given 20% return. That fund has a low SD. So it may give around 18% return in 1 year or 22% return in another year. But if same fund has higher SD, it may give 30% return in 1 year and 10% return in another year. So average of both the funds is 20% only. If you are a conservative investor, you should go for lower SD. But if you want to seek higher returns, you can go with the higher SD. Next filter is beta. Beta shows how much fund moves compared to the overall market. If beta is 1, fund moves exactly as per market. If fund is having beta less than 1, it means it is less volatile than market. But if it is having a beta more than 1, it means it is more volatile than market. If you are afraid of market crash, you should go with the fund having beta less than 1. But if you feel market is going to boom, you may go with the higher beta because in that situation, fund will give more returns than market. Next filter is Sharpe ratio. It measures how much extra return you are getting for the risk taken. Higher Sharpe ratio means fund gives better return per unit of risk. While selecting your fund, you should compare fund's Sharpe ratio with the average Sharpe ratio. If it's higher, it's better. Now comes to the last step, portfolio composition. Portfolio composition is like looking at the food label. The fund which is having all the equity stocks will behave differently than the stocks which is having all government bonds. If your fund invests all in equity stocks, it's good for the long-term investors. If it invests in debt market, it's safer and steadier. Here is a suspenseful question, which is better? All equity is better or debt is better or mix is better? Let's discuss that. If your fund is a diversified fund which invests in stock, bonds, gold, it's always a great choice to have that kind of fund. If it is a concentrated fund which invests heavily only in stock market or only in real estate, that may give you huge returns. But if there is a market crash, everything would be gone. If you are a short-term investor or senior citizen, you should go with debt funds, low SD, low beta and diversified holdings. If you are a youth or long-term investor, you should go with equity mutual fund, moderate SD, higher Sharpe ratio and diversified sector portfolio. So what is your goal? Mention in the comment section. Your answers would help others to learn. To cut the long story short, return should not be the primary focus for selecting any fund. First, you should select risk as per your comfort and then follow the further analysis. Before you leave, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will bring more such kind of informative videos. Share this video with your friends so they can also learn investing. Like, comment and ask your question here. I will answer them.